bowler. Estimated finish time tonight, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Four men in the ring. That doesn't force you to have 4 men in the ring. You can have more in the ring because they're not threatening you at this stage. Babar is new to the crease and Imam has been on the quieter side, 10 of 22.
Yeah, right. It's 4 outside, so 5. You'll have 5 anyway. And what have they got now? They keep changing. This could have to abandon this over. It's taken too long already. I mean, there are rules in place. Let's be fair. There are rules in place to try and keep the game flowing. Captains have to understand there are penalties if you take your time doing all this. Come on, just get on with it. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in a ring on the offside. 1 at mid-on, just inside the circle. Deep square leg, deep long leg, deep third man is out as well. Slip is in place. So yes, you're right. You don't have to just obey what it says in the power play rules. You go tactically for what's good for you and the team.
This was tactically wrong. Having a couple of good deliveries. Just wanted to break free. And it went horribly wrong. And he'll rue the fact that once again he got a start and just couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, just had to stretch. In the end, it was too far away from him. In a sense, the idea was okay. Now we're seeing a little uneven bounce from this pitch. From Farooqi, there were a couple that kept ever so low. For Gulbuddin as well. I mean, you can tell by the reaction of Babar Azam. Now the thing about Fakhri, he was trying to get down the pitch. I mean, you do all sorts of things when you're slightly out of form. So he's trying to get down the pitch previously, and then the one that cost him his wicket, he'd gone even further, and it's only the width really that undid him. It was the width that undid him because he still couldn't quite reach the middle of the bat. It was right off the toe end.
The problem with that shot selection was that it's a perfectly fine shot to execute on a good pitch, but this pitch demands you to be a bit careful. And you find it tough to hit through the line on top of the bounce. The ball is stopping, it's staying low. So what you need to do is to spend more time and get to a 30 first, and then maybe to a 50. Milestones give you confidence, gives you high, and so on. Getting out when he's just looking a bit better would disappoint not only him but the think tank. Oh, almost an edge. What a good delivery round the stumps, and even a slight bit of deviation looks a great deal for the batsman.
Yeah, just gets stuck in the pitch. There is deviation.
Looks a great deal for the batsman.
Yeah, just gets stuck in the pitch. There is deviation as well, but pace comes off it as it hits the pitch and as it starts that process of deviating. Yes, it's a good delivery. It's sort of hand on hips result, isn't it, from more reaction from Imam, who's going, look, come on, how am I meant to play that? How am I meant to get the runs flowing if this pitch is doing this? I think, to be fair, I mean, my honest opinion is the 2 pitches we've played on before this game, all well played. Oh! Well bowled. Great length, great line. Half a chance maybe, no more than that.
Yeah, I've got to position yourself accordingly. He's not express, he's getting the ball to move round the stumps angle once again, teasing, testing the left-hander, and falls short of Mohammad Nabi. Just feel that this is a good pitch for a medium pacer to be aggressive, to pick with. That kind of pace allows the ball to sort of be more in the surface and then moves just about slightly to tease the batter. 44 for 1.
Yeah, finish.
Firebird, magic in the wings.
And that's going to stymie the stroke makers. It's going to make it harder for them. So I think already Pakistan might be revising their targets of 280, 290 as spoken of at the toss. Once again, it's taking an absolute age to decide where the fielders need to be.
See, my problem is that, you know, it kills the rhythm, the viewing rhythm.
The only man appealing is Gurbaz behind the stumps. That's drifting leg side. Any consolation, the man who picked it up was the man who moved into place at the last moment at the start of the over.
Ball that a leggy, I think that's why that fielder was put behind on the fine leg area in the ring. Good thing about Mujib is his wicket to wicket straight line, doesn't get a lot of spin, but he makes the batsman play. And you've got to pick him off the hand. If you miss his leggy or an offie, then you're in trouble. He attempted wrong, and I think.
Yeah, it didn't matter because it was so full. It was a real, genuine half volley. In fact, almost so full, actually, he couldn't get the full shot on. Now, first game, just harking back to game number one, that was Mujib to Barber. Pretty much straight on, just maybe a sort of tiniest bit of grip, but he was expecting, or playing as if he was expecting more turn. So just beat the inside edge, going straight on to hit the stumps. So you can see, you can get Babar Azam again cheaply. Slightly ugly, I have to say that, slightly ugly from him. Maybe just read it late.
Getting the impression that driving is going to be an issue here on this surface. So you've got to wait and tuck the ball to square leg point, maybe a square drive could be an option.
Let's face it, just driving in Colombo can be interesting.
Yeah, miracle happens, but
yeah, nicely bowled, but that little nudge well, he should be in comfortably. They might well have a little look because umpires just like to be sure. It looks as though he was comfortably home initially. Certainly should have been. We'll just check that.
And the wicket-keeper person, can I have the best side replay, please? Batter has made his ground. Wickets are broken. Satisfied my decision for.
Yeah, as suspected and now confirmed. As I say, always good just to check and be absolutely sure. So not out, still one down. 49 for one after 12. Three men used so far by Afghanistan. Faruqi 4 overs, of course, plenty left for later. Mujib, spell of 6 so far. Gulbuddin, the wicket taker, 2 overs, 1 for 4. Responsible for the wicket of Fakhar Zaman.
this is an important partnership for Pakistan. Run partnerships, Imam and Babar. So Afghanistan have got to put everything behind their bowling resources to make sure to uncouple the two. Because not only do they provide Pakistan with a great platform to attack the opposition, but in the process they get them into a winning position as well. It's a terrific partnership record.
Yeah, certainly is. Averaging 73.06. It's nice to see your name in there. One with in conjunction with Saeed Anwar, one with Javed.
Batting with Javed was always interesting because he's trying to coach me from the non-strikers end all the time, as if I was a novice and a non-entity. Like a kid I was. And I remember a shot that I played. We were involved in a partnership in a World Cup game. You were commentating against the Windies at Melbourne. I got 100. And we were in a partnership of about 120 or something. And he was absolutely on my case, trying to work the ball from off to leg. And I said, I don't know how to play that shot. I've never attempted that. You know, that funky shot through fine leg. And finally I did. It was an outside edge. The keeper surprisingly moved towards the leg side. Otherwise, it would have been a straight catch. And he missed it, and the ball went through that first slip for 4. And I said, never ever again, Javed bhai. Never. It's quite interesting.
Well, he was one of the greats for sure, Javed Miandad, and quite interesting playing against him too, because he didn't mind coaching the opposition as well.
I remember once, it was in '87, we were playing against you guys, and Ian Botham was struggling against Abdul Qadir, and so I was at short leg, and then suddenly, you know, we had Javed at silly mid-off, and so he came in, and straight away, edge and gone, caught behind, easy catch for the keeper. Imamul Haq, the wall collapses. He's been such a regular for Pakistan in ODI cricket as an opener, but not on this occasion. This is excellent bowling, because he's kept going at that off-stump channel, and in the end, an excellent result.
Yeah, short of a length, just that little bit of a width, but the same thing basically as Fakhar Zaman for Imamul Haq. He's taken that step or two down the pitch to try and create some impetus. Found the edge this time as opposed to the bottom of the bats. It's a failure for the first time in the series. He has gone for 13, Pakistan 52 for 2. Well, no sooner have we discussed how effective the partnership between Imamul Haq and Babar Azam can be than the partnership is stopped. So our new man, Mohammad Rizwan, in at number 4, 52 for 2, 1 ball left in this, the 13th over.
He was squeezed for runs. Didn't see rhythm from Imamul Haq in this innings. Wanted to power it through the offside. Very unlike Imam's shot. Normally he likes to spend time at the crease and paying the price. But credit to Afghanistan for keeping it nice and tight against him.
Yeah, it looks as though he almost tried to hit it too hard, trying to give it too much. The head just started to come up. Rizwan has plenty of time to look around. Gulbadin has just about made it to the back of his mark. Good ball. Not a great one to receive if you're Rizwan, first ball of your innings. 13th over finished, 52 for 2 still. Here we go again. Just look at this. That length is what really works for Gulbadin and just finds a way through. In between bat and pad, there's just a tiny gap. But a bit of a stretch from Rizwan. That's never a good sign either. Bit of a sort of poke forward with the bat. When the bat comes in front of the pad like that, means you're kind of searching for the ball.
Well, David, during LPL, we were visited by a snake. That was a pretty big snake, and well, the ball is snaking here. Gulbadin has bowled a brilliant over. Has bowled a brilliant spell.
We're talking venomous or constricting or both?
Well, not venomous, I think. I was told it isn't, but it was mighty scary to find one. It was about 6 feet and was looking to find an exit, which he finally found. But kind of strange happening.
Rashid Khan, it's an early bowl. Sometimes Afghanistan leave his powers until later in the innings, but this is a good time actually, because you can sense that Pakistan haven't found their rhythm yet. Pitch is, I would say, more bowler friendly than batsman friendly at this stage as well. Medium pace is certainly doing the damage. Spin bowling, well, Pakistan's record against the spin isn't 100%. It's not absolutely brilliant by any stretch of the imagination. And again, if you're Afghanistan in this position, what do you want to do? You want to get these next two out. Two absolutely key wickets, Barber and Rizwan.
I don't know how the modern Pakistani batsmen are taught to play spin. But going back a few years, it was always about locating the ball off the hand. Some still manage spin expertly, mostly don't. And that's a worry for me moving forward into the Asia Cup, which is to be played in Pakistan and in Sri Lanka, and then World Cup in India. Because the pitches will favor spin.
The way that was played implies that that was read from the hand, because the position and the angle of the bat absolutely perfect, just going with the spin to play it onto the onside. And Rashid is special, we all know that, a very, very special bowler. But the more people play against him, the more they should get used to these variations.
I think, David, he needs to flight the ball a little bit more in ODI cricket. I mean, he's got a wonderful template for T20 cricket. But going flat in ODIs is not really the done thing for him. I think the results also show in the last game also Pakistan were prepared to block him out.
Third pace, that's what he's used to delivering. And actually any bowler will probably start their first over, at least first couple of overs, in a comfort zone, just to try and each and every day get the rhythm, just feel the ball coming properly out the hand. But yeah, it's a good point. You know, the ability to adapt to different conditions, to tease people out, earn your wickets, that's always a good thing to have. Well, the wicket taker, the man responsible for the 2 wickets falling so far, Gulbadin. 2 for 7 from 3. Very, very good figures, and an early sign that gentle medium pace could be tricky on this pitch. Just trying to play that shot that you were talking about.
I just feel that he can be out of the crease and just put the medium pacer off his length a little bit. The intention was okay. I think you can do that against medium pace because it's not going to threaten you with a lethal bouncer or a short pitch ball. What he does well here, he stops in his stride and manages it well, even though it wasn't off the middle of the bat.
Yeah, that's Fuller from Gulbadin this time. No damage done, just the one. Men in the right places. But yeah, it's the interesting thing is when you're trying to force the pace and there is no pace out of the hand and no pace off the pitch, Any batsman will tell you they prefer it if the ball comes on off the pitch. Makes timing easier, makes stroke making easier. When you've got to control it like this, somehow force it like this, it just gets harder.
He's bowled superbly, Gulbuddin, and just the ideal pace on a pitch like this. And Imam was beautifully set up as well. He was struggling with that angle around the stumps, the ball shaping away, not middling a lot of deliveries, and then wanted to break free, caught behind. Very good bowling by Gulbuddin and good from Afghanistan. A lot of muscles for a guy who only bowls at medium pace. Was being told by Devinder that he wanted to be a wrestler. Thank God he's playing cricket.
Well, boundaries, I tell you this, boundaries, of course, very hard to come by at the moment. He's bowled very well, he's been accurate and consistent, bowled well to his field as well, so if there's been any slight deviation from the prescribed line, you've got the man in the right place like that to just keep it down to one.
Just trying to figure out this surface, and I think that because it is a bit rough, the ball is sticking into it, because dry conditions, dry environment should not make the ball to move about or move around.
Well, I'll tell you this, run rate is continuing to drop. It's 58 for 2 after 15.
Babar Azam, the captain for Pakistan, winning the toss and batting first. He's at the crease at the moment. Over 14 of 20, Rizwan near the crease on this glorious set. Rizwan near the crease on this glorious Saturday afternoon here at the R. Premadasa International Cricket Stadium in Colombo. It's hot, it's humid. Gulbuddin making impression, taking 2 wickets. Nicely bowled once again. And the commentary box on Devinder with me is Farid Fidai. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Devinder. Things look quite interesting from here. Pakistan can continue at the same speed and make only 189. They will fancy their chances if they can get past 250. Afghanistan has bowled a really good line in links. Bowling change that the captain brought, Gulbuddin Naib, new to this series, coming off to the injury, got the wicket in his first over and saw the back of Imam as well.
Babar versus Rashid, it's going to be a fascinating battle ahead of us. He's bowled 4 dot deliveries, trying to create pressure. He's been successful in PSL as well in getting the wicket of Babar Azam. Rashid Khan. Forcing him to play defensively. 14 of 24. Likes to take a bit of time to get himself in, assess the conditions and get into the groove before he starts displaying the aerobic strokes that he's famous for. Nicely pushed through the offside. Just a run from the 16th over. 59 for 2 Pakistan. 62 dot balls. That tells us about discipline from Afghanistan. Spinners in operation, particularly Mujib and then Rashid. And Gulbuddin bowling impressively, taking 2 wickets for Afghanistan. 59 for 2. Change in bowling. Fazal Faruqi into the attack from round the wicket to right and better.
This is the third bowling change. So you certainly see that Captain Hashmatullah Shahidi is studied the previous 2 ODIs. The second one was a thriller. It was a strong comeback by Afghanistan, posting 300 runs. Unfortunately, couldn't hold it with the ball. They have a strong spin attack. They give him a good 30 overs. They needed the 20 overs by the pacers to be properly bowled, but nonetheless, it was really a wonderful game. So today it seems like he wants to impact bowling changes, work out new strategy, which is really nice for you to be able to study. That's why you have such series before big events. Asia Cup coming, the Cricket World Cup 2023 coming up. So nice to contemplate and see where you're making mistakes and how you can address those mistakes. Because things about mistakes is admit them and correct them.
Also the short spells from the fast bowlers or spinners because of the humidity factor. They come from Kabul. It's not that humid. It's around 80% today. Temperature 32, 33 seems like. And that's why credit should be given to Gulbuddin, because a couple of days back he was in Kabul in different temperature, coming in here and making impression straight away. That's where the role of high performance center in Kabul comes in. They identified around 28 players, 28, 30 players for the Asia Cup and World Cup. And they've been monitoring their progress, monitoring their injuries as well.
Yeah. Asadullah Khalid identifying, as you rightly say, 28 men and working around them and keeping him ready for the big events of Asia Cup and the Cricket World Cup 2023. And it is even better to have a bilateral series against Pakistan to be able to test your skills and prepare better for these upcoming events.
A lot of changes when it comes to infrastructure as well. Number of teams in domestic cricket want to provide high quality cricketers the opportunity to compete against each other. Sweetly driven. The protection there on the boundary. Trying to accelerate a bit here because last 3 to 4 overs they've been able to exercise control with the ball, with the spin and pace bowling as well, Afghanistan.
Well, I'll take the cue from what you said, accelerate. It's been already 43 balls since they have hit a boundary. But let's take you to Kabul, to Afghanistan, and we take you to Balkh province, I believe. I thought
That ball kept low. And that marks the...
Visit aquasana.com today to get up to 50% off. You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It's so powerful, even blocks of wood are chopped into sawdust in seconds, or these solid rocks are pulverized with no effort at all. Amazing! Most blenders get jammed with ice, but Bionic Blade is jam-proof. Just pick it up and move it around. Finally crush ice into creamy snow in seconds. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, Bionic Blade has the motor and blades built right into the lid for a fast one-handed blending anywhere. And that motor generates a crushing 100 watts of power, while the advanced quad blade technology slices right through. And the lithium battery can blend up to 10 drinks per charge. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Try some ice cream and your favorite candy bar for a delicious thick milkshake. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up you can take on the go. Or make delicious pina coladas, freshly blended right by poolside.
A blender that's not even portable can cost over $100. But get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. It's dishwasher safe. Plus, get the USB cable for easy charging. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids for easy drinking and another large blender
to come in the later half of the innings, and in the next inning as well. Rashid Khan conceding 4 runs in 2 overs. A lot depends on because Rashid started to bowl the leg leg spin in T20 version of the game. He's been making headlines around the globe, and Afghanistan needs a big performance from Rashid Khan with the ball in hand. He's recuperating from back issues.
So for the situation as it is that Rashid Khan will enjoy himself because he seems like to have been building the pressure. Beautiful view by drone camera. We just saw a little bit of a fumble earlier, but it's really been quite a good start by Afghanistan.
Just changing his line. He's bowling at 89.4 kilometers per hour. Rashid Khan just very good when it comes to attacking distance and executing the googlies. Searching for first wicket for himself in this contest. He's someone who takes, once he takes 1 wicket, he takes wickets in a heap, 2 or 3 wickets to change the course of the game. He's been absolutely fantastic, a global superstar for Afghanistan to inspire the next generation of spinners.
And just a hint from Rahmatullah Gurbaz, inviting all of them to talk if they do not want to feel bored in this game. Maybe there's little bit of action required. End of the over, 64 for 2.
Gulbuddin making impression straight away, taking 2 wickets already. Fazal to continue. Down the leg side. Wide signal by the umpire. He's been brought back into the attack to find a wicket in some fashion. Goes wide of the crease. Too far down the leg side. Well stopped by Gurbaz, a centurion in the previous match. 151. Majestic innings from Gurbaz to change that trend. Afghanistan not scoring enough to coming into the competition. It was extraordinary surge when it comes to responding to a challenge against the fast bowlers from the batters. But coming back to high performance center in Kabul, that's where they monitor the progress of the players at the same time. giving opportunity, getting the players ready, getting conditioned them to play the series 8. That's how they've been able to fly in. Ulbuddin Naib after Azmatullah Omarzai suffered side strain. Again, forcing him to play defensively around the off-stump, just trying to bring the ball back into the right-hander.
That's where from certain talent grow. The outside, the high performance centers giving you those training